Hello, welcome to Mulligan's with Niramas. I'm Joseph, I'm here with Drako, and today we're playing Marvel Champions, the card game, a game from Fantasy Flight Games. It came out, I think, 2 years ago, and for some reason we kind of missed it at the time. But now we caught up, and we are really into this game right now. I really enjoy it. So it's going to be fun to show you a playthrough here. Me and Drako will go up against a really bad villain over here called Rhino. And so Drako, he is going to be T'Challa or Black Panther over here. And we have a little Drako here to show that because Drako likes to hug the box. I will be Carol Danvers or Cap.Marvel. So our characters can be in alter ego form or in hero form, which is a big part of this game, which is really cool. If you haven't seen that before, I look forward to showing that to you. It's so much fun, a lot of strategy involved in, or like tactical decisions to make during the gameplay to battle the villain and adapt to what is happening in the game. So we are cooperatively trying to defeat Rhino over here. Rhino is the first out of 3 bosses that comes with the base set. This is a LCG or, collectible game in the sense that there's like packs being released with new characters and new scenarios, new bosses, and so on. There's a lot to get for this game, and we will try to get it all because we really enjoy it. So Rhino here will have a starting health of 28. He will have 14 times the number of players, and since we're 2, that's 28. And he has two stages to go through basically. So at first here, he's level 1, and he will have 14 hit points per player. He will have an attack of 2, and he will scheme for 1. And scheme is kind of like he's doing his plotting and evil plans, and that's one of the ways we can lose the game if he schemes too much. If we defeat him, he will move on to level 2 where he will be stronger in his attack, and also some other things will happen here that you will see later on. And this is the normal difficulty level, which is perfectly fine for me and Drako right now. We have won the game, but not that often. So you can play with sort of the expert level where you have the level 2 and level 3 card that you have there. It's really cool as well because this game is so adaptive. So in this deck, this is the villain deck. Here we have shuffled in a scenario, which is I think 5 cards. Sort of some cards that are, well, change it up. So we have the Rhino cards, we have the scenario cards, and we have some basic villain cards as well. And the way you can customize it in so many ways. It's the same for our deck. So Drako, T'Challa over here, he has his cards in here. I think it's 15. And then he has a trait or a style or an attribute. Not sure what it's called. I think it's called attribute. So he has like a speciality in here as well. Then we also have some basic cards. And you can deck build. There's like rules for how you can build and so on. What you can include and not include. There's some unique cards and so on, but we're doing kind of standard, well, not standard, we were doing something that the rulebook suggested at least here. So we'll see how that goes, going to try it out. And Drako here will start with 11 health. I will start with 12, a little bit stronger. I will also be the first player, which is what this token is, and same here. It's Cap.Marvel cards, it's the basic cards, and also one of these. Actually, let me draw my hand here. I'm going to draw 6 cards to start with. Well, it depends. Carol Danvers here, when I'm in my alter ego form, I have a hand size of 6, so I draw up to 6 to start the game. And right, let's see here. So yeah, here we go. Here's a basic card, the gray. This is one of hers. It says down here, very easy to see. And I got some good cards. Okay, so I got basic cards and her cards basically. And pretty good cards. You can do a mulligan here at the start if you want to. And this mulligan is a bit different from other games that I've played. So in this one, you just discard as many cards as you want. And then you draw as that many cards to your hand. But when you discard them, they are discarded. That has some effect because we can go through our decks, no problem. But when we do, we will sort of have to face a event card and a counter card from the villain. An extra time when we need to reshuffle our decks. So we kind of want to avoid that if possible. But at the same time, it's not that big of a deal, I think. So we have 2 of these energy absorption. They are really good for resources because in this game, the cards are multi-use. Well, some of them are not because this is just a resource card. But let's say this one here, the tenacity. This could be used as, it's an upgrade. So this could be used, like we can put it on our hero basically, upgrade them with some spider things. Spider-Man is lending us some stuff. And then we would have a hero action. We could spend a little fist resource, which is like physical resource. There's different types of resources. And discard this card in order to ready our hero. So we can do that once and then the card will be gone. We can prepare this card basically. Or we can use this card for its resource. And this is an energy resource on this one here. And the ones I said that I really liked here, that was really good. The energy absorption, they have 3 resources on one card. So that is really strong. Because if I want to put this into play, it will cost me 2 resources of any kind. The payment to put cards into play is like a resource of any kind, from what I've seen so far at least. But then some effects on like this here, this specifies it has to be a physical resource that we spend and discard this card to ready our hero. So sometimes that matters, sometimes it doesn't. I have one of these, I don't know if it's like mental resource, whatever, and then a bunch. I have a lot of energy resources here. And this is good as well. Energy has 2. So I have a lot of resources, but I also I need something to use them on. And this one will not be that great the first, because this is an event. So this will be played and it will take place right away and I will discard a card. So here I can thwart, which is a word that I had never heard before I started playing this game. But it basically, well, I heard it in a sentence, like, you know, I can thwart your plot, or like, it's basically what you do. You fight the scheme that's going on. I'm going to explain that more in a minute. But yeah, so I'm not going to really do that the first round because there's not going to be, so he's going to like build up threat on his main scheme here, which is the break-in. And so every like round, basically, he's going to put 1+1 per player. So 2 threat is going to build up here. When he gets to 7 per player, which is 14, when he gets to 14, the players lose the game. So this is one way we can lose. Another way is if we both get knocked out, if we don't have any health left. So we really need to be thwarting to stop that, to remove the threat. But he's not going to build, we are going to go act for him, which means on my first turn, there's not going to be any threat there, which means that crisis interdiction is not that great. So I'm going to discard that. And then I have too much resources, really. I do want this Alpha Flight Station into play because this is really cool, but this only takes 1. So I think I will get rid of this energy maybe, or tenacity. I don't know if that's that exciting. Yeah, let's discard that and let's draw 2 more cards because I discarded 2. Oh, I found Nick Fury. That's perfect because he costs a lot. He costs 4. And Mockingbird, which is also expensive. These are basic, but they are also allies. Both of these are ally cards. You will see how that works just in a minute here when I start playing. Alright, so that is my starting hand, my 6 cards. I'm happy with that. Let's keep that. And Drako, he has a special thing though. So first we will draw, and he has a hand size of 6 as well. We'll draw 6 cards. We'll take a look at them. We can do the mulligan and everything. He has, oh, the Golden City, really good. Genius, good resource generation. Med Team is good for healing. Mockingbird is the same that I got there. And Avengers Mansion, this is also really good. And Counterpunch. Okay, so he has a bunch. Okay, so definitely these cards will help with card draw. And that's good for resources. Med Team is good later on. But I'm going to discard 3 cards for Drako. We're going to draw 3. And I'm looking for resources. Oh, that's good as well, though. Panther Claws, this is like an upgrade. When he goes into Black Panther mode, he wants to have his gloves, his claws. And Emergency, which is an interrupt. You'll see that later on as well. And the Power of Protection. This is a 1 resource, but it's double. It's 2 if it pays for a green card. And this is what I talked about earlier, by the way, with the sort of attribute that he has. So he is Black Panther, but he is also playing Protection. This is one. He could have been Aggression. He could have been Leadership, which she is, and so on. So yeah, this is Drako's starting hand. He has his 6 cards, but now he has a special thing here. So Chala has that in the setup. Search your deck for a Black Panther upgrade and add it to your hand, and then shuffle your deck. So he can just pick anything he wants here that it's an upgrade. And I think I already know what he should get. I have played a few times. Let's see if I don't remember which one it is. Like, basically with Black Panther, you build up a bunch of upgrades, and then you play your Wakanda Forever, and then you trigger all of them. It's a really cool system. And all the heroes are really different, which makes this game so cool as well. They are so different in like how they play and how they work. Okay, so the one that Drako wants here is the Vibranium suit, because this lets him move damage from himself to an enemy, basically healing himself and hurting the enemy, which is a really good effect. It sort of depends on what the enemy does. That's going to be random because of the deck, right? But yeah, I really like having that one around. So that was Drako's 7 cards that he starts off with. And now let's start playing. Before we do, though, I should just mention a few things really quick. I'm using the folded space insert for this, which is really nice. Holds everything really nicely. And there is a review for that insert coming on the channel as well, so you can check it out in full. It holds all the cards so good. Another thing here, I will be using a little heart token, a little acrylic plastic from E-Raptor. These I'm just using because some of the heroes, like Carol Danvers here, has an action that you can do, and you can do it limited once per round, but there's no way in the game to really mark that. And if I do that and then I start doing other stuff and I talk to you and everything, I might forget it. So I'm just marking this when I've used her action to keep track of things. Because if you activate, one of these, like if you attack or you thwart, then you will turn the card to show that you have done that. But yeah, so that's why I have the heart there. And also up here we have, this is also a really cool system. So there is one card in here that will sort of pull out a nemesis. So Cap.Marvel's nemesis might come out, the Yonrog, and start fighting with her and so on. Hopefully not, because they're really tough. But yeah, there's one for Black Panther as well. So these are up here just in case they show up later on. Alright, so let's get going. So here we have the player phase, and then we'll flip it over, and then it's going to be the villain phase. So the first thing here, we take our turns in player order. We can play cards, trigger or request actions, so we can help each other out as well. And we can use basic attack, thwart, recovery powers. We can change our form limit once per round. So once per round I can flip over to become Cap.Marvel. But that will have implications on what the villain will do and on his turn. And there we go. So let's get started here. I have my cards. I have a lot of resources. I want to play Nick Fury. I think I want to play all of these, really. Both of these. I almost have it's a bit tricky because you play one card at a time, so it's not like I can play these and get it. It would have been nice because then I would have had 8 cost and I have 8 resources here. But I don't think, it doesn't work like that. You play a card and then you pay for it. So I think what I will do is I will play Nick Fury out here. It's very strange for me. The cards come in ready. I'm so used to doing this because I played a lot of Keyforge, right? And so another Fantasy Flight card hand management game, but it works differently. That takes a while to get into. I'm going to pay 5. I'm going to overpay a little bit. I'm paying 5 resources for Nick Fury. When he comes in, it has a forced response. So basically it means we have to do this when we play him. After he enters play, choose one. Remove 2 threat from a scheme. There's no threat up here. We can draw 3 cards, or we can deal 4 damage to an enemy, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do 4 damage to Rhino. So he goes down to 24. And, and we can still use him. He's still here. He's an ally. He has 3 health. When he attacks, he will do 2 damage, but he will also, this little star there means that he will also take some damage himself from that attack. So anyway, we are going to use this one here to pay 3 to put Mockingbird into play. So we have 2 allies. Now this says response. After Mockingbird enters play, stun an enemy. So we are going to stun. And these little cards are pretty cool. They are a bit, I don't know if I prefer tokens. Maybe I'll start using tokens from Keyforge later on something. But they are good. There's 3 to the statuses you can have in the game. And the card says what they're doing. So in the beginning it's good to use them, I think, before I get used to it. Because stunned sort of works like they do in Keyforge. So he's stunned. Well, it's not really. That means the next time he would attack, we discard the status card instead. So he can still scheme. So he's not totally stunned. So yeah. So that happens because we played Mockingbird, and she only has 1 attack and 1 thwart. So she's a bit weaker there, but alright, she also has 3 health. We have 1 more card, but I do want to get this into place. I'm not going to use it for anything. Now, at the end of our turn, we can discard as many cards as we want from our hand, because then we will draw up to our maximum hand limit. But what we will do actually is we will use our action. So choose a player to draw a card. Limit once per round. So I'm going to mark it with this heart here, and we get to draw a card. We could have chosen to do it to Drako, but I want it. And that's get ready. Okay. Actually, ready an ally. That is a good thing. So he could attack like twice with Nick Fury here. Because the thing is, like, the Alpha Flight Station is really good, but I'm not going to be able to use it right away anyway. Because it has, the action is exhaust it, to choose and discard a card from your hand. So I need to have another card that I can discard in order to draw a card or draw 2 cards if you're Carol Danvers. So we want to do this when we are in our alter ego form. So I'm just going to hold on to this. I'm going to use this to, because it doesn't cost anything, I'm going to use this to ready an ally instead. Because I am playing with the leadership card, so she's sort of about like allies and support and a little bit like that. Again, I could have been playing with the aggressive, and she would have been more about doing damage, or the justice, which is more like, I think, you know, thwarting and so on. Anyway, so Mockingbird here will attack for 1. That will take 1 damage back, so he goes down to 23. Nick Fury will attack for 2, so down to 21. He will take a damage. Oh, by the way, I should say, if he's still in play at the end of the round, he will be discarded. So it's not like we can keep him around anyway. So I'm going to play Get Ready. So Nick Fury gets ready again, and he will attack again. And the damage here doesn't really matter in a sense, but anyway. So he's down to 19. Now we could use him to defend. If he attacks, we could use him to defend, but he's stunned, so he's not going to attack Cap.Marvel anyway. I don't know. All right, and then we're going to use the ability to flip here. So we're going to flip over, so she goes into her Cap.Marvel. You know, she runs into the telephone booth, switches clothes, and now we can thwart for 2, attack for 2, and she also has 1 defense. So when the enemy attacks us, they could also be minions later on. When they attack us, we can choose to defend with her, but that would exhaust her. You'll see how that works later on. She has a power here as well. So basically what we could have done is we could have used this power, flipped into this form, and used this power. Problem is though, this says that spend a energy resource, which we don't have, and then heal a damage from Cap.Marvel, and then you get to draw a card. And you have to do the whole thing. You have to do the whole thing before the little arrow. That's the cost. So she's at full health, so we couldn't have done that even if we had an energy resource. Anyway, she is flipped. We are going to use her to attack for 2. So he's down to 17. We're doing good. We already did 11 damage on my turn. It's looking good. But, you know, things can change really quick. So we have 1 more card. We're just going to keep that in our hand for now. We used everything we can. It is Drako's turn. So Drako, what are you doing, buddy? He wants to get his armor, his like upgrades out, right? And he has 2 of those, but he also has the Golden City, which is so good. This is exhaust this to draw 2 cards if you're in your alter ego form. So if we could play that first and use it, and then he could flip later on. Yeah, let's do that so we know what he has here. So he's going to play the Golden City, and it costs 2. So he's going to spend this Genius, which is 2 resources. Then he's going to exhaust this, because he is in his alter ego form, and he gets to draw 2 cards. So you got Wakanda Forever, so he can activate his equipment, and Haymaker, which is an attack card. Right, so Drako, now you want to... Well, it would be good if you get Avengers Mansion out, because this lets him just exhaust it to draw a card. That would be very expensive. It costs 4. I don't think he will go for that. I think he will go for having this suit that... he's not hurt right now, though. But I think he would like to get both of these pieces of like upgrades out. So that would be a total cost of 4. That would be, I think we'll go this way. I mean, card draw is good, but I have a bunch of, like, yeah, I have a bunch of card draw. I think I'll go this route here. So he's going to spend basically 4 resources. This is a wild resource, by the way. This could be any of those 3 in the game. So he's going to spend 4, basically doing 2 actions at once, but he's putting these 2 into play. And they don't really do anything by themselves. He has to play this Wakanda Forever card to activate them, which he cannot do anyway because he doesn't have any more cards. But we're building up for the future here, which is also a fun thing in this game. You're sort of building up at first, getting your equipment ready, and then at some point during the game, it's time to switch over and start really attacking. Well, we already did 11 damage, but you know what I mean. So he is going to flip over and become Black Panther. Because he doesn't really mind that much if he takes some damage, because then he can do this and move. Like, again, he cannot move damage from himself if he doesn't have any damage on himself. So he cannot like heal and do damage if he doesn't already have taken some damage. Also, Black Panther has his special thing is retaliate 1. So whenever he gets attacked, he will do 1 damage back. So that's really good as well. So Drako, like, he wants to be attacked right now. Because, well, we'll see that in a minute, but if Drako is on his hero side, like right now, then the villain will attack him, physically attack him. If he would have stayed over here as T'Challa, then instead the villain would have schemed to build up on his scheme here. So sometimes you want the villain to do that, sometimes you want them to attack you. And in this case, Drako wants to be the Black Panther. Also, he can use Black Panther right now to do 2 attack here, 2 damage. So he's down to 15. Nice. Drako still has 1 card, but he can't really do much with it, so he's just going to keep it. And now, since we're both done, all the players are done, now we get to draw up to our hand size. Although, because we are now in hero form, both of us, so now our hand size, well, it depends on the hero, but in this case, it's only 5 for both of us. So I will keep this card, I'm not going to discard it, so I will draw 4 more. And same for Drako. Definitely want to keep his Wakanda Forever card, so he's drawing 4. And let's see what we got. We're also going to refresh everything, so they are ready for the next round. And let's see, I got Crisis Interdiction, and this is a Tort card again. This could be good later on. Power of Leadership, it's a resource card basically. And I got another one of these. Wow, I have all of those. And Inspired, which is an upgrade attached to an ally, max 1 per ally, and the ally gets +1 Tort or +1 attack. That would be good. I guess on Mockingbird maybe? I don't know. I have my five cards. We'll see what I'll do with them. Drako has his 5 cards, and he got another med team, another Wakanda Forever, which I do like. He's going to keep both of those. I'm definitely not discarding those. Oh, Vibranium is good. 2 resources. And he has another upgrade. This is, the special here is Tort. Remove 1 threat from a scheme, or 2 threat instead, if this is the final step of the sequence. You're going to see that next time he acts, he's going to activate cards in a sequence, and the card that he activates last will be better. All of these cards work like that. Alright, we'll see how that goes. Now, though, it is time for the nasty villain. So we're doing the villain phase. First thing here, place threat on the main scheme. And this says it's +1 per player, so it's going to be 2. We use these tokens here. And again, if he gets to 14, we'll instantly lose the game. So he's building up. So we basically have, if we don't touch this at all and he doesn't scheme at all, it's 7 rounds. But we will be thwarting and getting rid of some of that, of course. Then it's time to engage with the heroes, or with the players. So the way it works is, I'm the first player. So he's going to first come at me. And since I'm in hero form, he's going to attack me. But he's stunned, so he's not going to do that. Nothing's going to happen. Then he's going to go over to Drako. And Drako is also in hero form, so he's going to attack Drako. Now when he attacks him, he has a base attack here of 2. Then he's going to get a boost card. So we're going to take the top card here and get it ready. And now Drako has a choice. He could defend if he wants to. And when he defends, if he defends using his character, Black Panther, he would have to exhaust him. And he would have 2 defense. So he would get 2 less damage than whatever this turns out to be. But we can also help each other out. And I know that Nick Fury is going to be gone at the end of the round no matter what. He just showed up and then he's gone again. So I'm going to defend Drako. I'm going to use Nick Fury here. Going to exhaust him. So he is defending Black Panther. So now it's 2 damage, and then we flip this card and we take a look at the bottom here. So there's a little symbol there. And for every one of those symbols, we don't care about the text or anything else on this card. In this case, we just care about the symbols. There's 1 symbol there, which means he gets a +1, which means his total attack is 2 + 1 or 3. Nick Fury, though, only has 1 more life, but it doesn't matter. The damage doesn't spill over unless he has a special keyword there that is like an overkill. So Nick Fury is gone, which he would have been anyway. We kind of used that nicely there. And he defended Black Panther. But it also says when this character is attacked, and I'm not sure, since I defended him, maybe he isn't attacked? I'm not sure. I'm going to play it like this. Tell me in the comment section, by the way, if you're good at this game, you have some strategy tips for me, or if I'm doing anything wrong with the rules, whatever. Let me know so that I can get better at the game and, help other people out as well that are watching. They can check the comments, of course. All right, anyway, so I think it counts that he was attacked, which means he will retaliate. So he will do 1 damage back to Rhino. Alright. But he didn't need to exhaust because Nick Fury took care of that. So that was the engagement with us. Now, though, we're also going to do encounters. So we're going to draw 1 card each. I'll get the first one, and Drako gets the second one. And then in player order, you resolve these. So we start with me. This is a attachment. So this is going to attach to Rhino. So it says attach to Rhino. Then he gets force interrupt. When Rhino attacks, the attack gains overkill. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Overkill. That's when the damage spills over. Excess damage to an ally from this attack is dealt to that ally controller. At the end of this attack, discard charge. So this is just going to happen once. And this was a really good timing, because if this happened with Nick Fury, remember he only had 1 life, then 2 damage would have spilled over to Drako. So really good that this then, wasn't in play at that point. So we attached it over there. And then look at Drako's card. It is, it's an obligation. So all the characters has one of these obligation cards that you shuffle into the Nemesis or the villain deck. It's like something they need to do. They have an obligation. In this case, it is Drako. So it's give to the T'Challa player. And it's affairs of state. He's out fighting Rhino, but now he needs to go take care of some paperwork or something. So it says you may flip to alter ego form. Do we want to do that? Yeah, we do. Because the thing is, if we flip now, then we can use the Golden City. And then he can flip back. Yeah. So we want to do that. And then it says, either exhaust T'Challa, remove affairs of state from the game, which would be good. Or choose and discard a Black Panther upgrade you control, which is these. And then this is discarded. No. I don't want to get rid of these. So we're going to exhaust T'Challa. And which is good that he didn't defend them, because then he would have already been exhausted. We would have to do the second part. And so this says removes this from the game. So this is out of the game. Like even if he reshuffles here, which he will do if he runs out of card, then it won't get back in there. Okay, so that's good. So that wasn't too bad. There's way worse cards in there than those two. All right, and then we will pass the first player token. So Drako will be first in the next round. All right, so Drako, you are first to go. And I think he just, he is on his alter ego, so he's just going to use the Golden City and get to draw 2 cards right away. Oh, that's good. Armor Vest. That's good for defense. And first aid is to heal. Well, nobody's hurt yet, so I think he wants to do it this way. So he is going to spend the Vibranium with 2 resources to pay for this Tactical Genius. This is another upgrade. A skill, Black Panther skill, that goes out there. Then he is going to, I don't think he needs to heal anyone right now and so on. So he's gonna pay first aid, that's 1 resource, to play this armor. And that means that's an upgrade. So now Drako has 3. He has +1 defense. So he has 3 defense for the future when he defends. He could have played it on me, which is also cool. Play under any player's control. So he could have given it to Cap.Marvel. But Cap.Marvel only has 1 defense to start off with. I don't really defend that much with her. So that's done. Then he's going to play the med team for a resource in order to play one of these Wakanda Forevers. So now you get to see how this works. So Wakanda Forever says it's well, first of all, he can't do that. Sorry, he has to flip first. He has to flip over to Black Panther, because this is a hero action. You can't do this. You can't play this card unless you are in hero mode, hero version of yourself. This was fine because this didn't say that. This could be played in any form. This one here, of course, alter ego action could only be done when he was T'Challa and not Black Panther. But now he flipped over. And it doesn't matter that he's exhausted. He's still in hero mode. And you can still flip once per turn even if you are exhausted, which is important as well. Took me a while to get into that system. It's a bit weird. But yeah. Alright, so now playing Wakanda Forever, it says resolve the special ability on each Black Panther upgrade you control in any order. And why it's important in order is because we will do all 3 of these, the special thing here, but the one that we will do last will be sort of double, or it says down here, it will have a special thing going. So I think what we will be doing here, the bad thing is we haven't taken any damage. Drako doesn't have any damage, so he can't really do this. He can't move damage from himself. So let's start with that one because it won't happen. It's not going to do anything. Then he's going to do the one we just played, the thwart, remove a threat from a scheme. And so he's removing one there. He would have been 2 if he ends with this, but I think it's more important to end with this one because this says deal 2 damage to an enemy, 4 damage if this is the final step of the sequence, which it is. So he's doing 4 damage. So Rhino is down to 10 health. Well, for the first, then he's going to go into the second stage of himself. So that was great. Okay. And I think that was everything right now. Drako only has 1 card left. And yeah, hopefully he can do this later on. There is one. If I had a way to give Drako a card draw, I would have done it. Because you can play out of turn. You can play events and you can play, what's it called? You can activate actions that you have out of turn. So if I had been on the Carol Danvers side, I could have used this action, choose a player to draw a card on Drako's turn, which would have been sweet, but I can't flip because that's what I have to do on my turn. So it is my turn, and I just realized that maybe I have too much thwart because Drako removed 1. This is removed 2. So there's only 1 there. I don't need those. I don't know what to play here. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by using Cap.Marvel. So I'm going to attack for 2. He goes down to 8. And then I am going to flip. I'm going to use this ability to draw a card. Oh, I got the Avengers Mansion. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Then I can also use Mockingbird. I could attack or thwart, but I'm going to attack with her. She takes 1 damage. I don't really care that much about her. It sounds terrible, but her strength is the response. When we play her, she stuns someone. That's her strength. Then she can do some attacking or thwarting, but she's not that good at that. So she has 2 damage, and he's down to 7. And now let's play this Avengers Mansion and Alpha Flight. Can I do both? No, I can't. Well, I can do it like this. Okay, I'm going to pay for Alpha Flight Station with this one. So we have this in play. And then exhaust this to discard a card from our hand. Let's discard one of these. That lets us draw 2 cards because we are in Carol Danvers mode. So we got the Cosmic Flight. She can go aerial, which is cool. And the Triskelon. Increase your ally limit by 1. Normally you can only hold 3 allies, but I don't know if we're going to get up to that anyway. So now, I don't know if we want to go aerial. Like, if we have this out, then she can do an interrupt the defense. So when she would take damage, we can discard this instead to prevent 3 damage. But, I mean, it's all about, like, hand management, right? We're going to discard, or we're going to draw up to our hand size at the end of the turn, which is 6 now, because she's in this mode. So that means I don't want to keep cards around if I'm not going to use them, really. So I am going to pay all 4 of these resources to put Avengers Mansion into play, because this is so good. Again, this is a action exhaust to choose a player and draw a card. So I can do that on Drako's turn so that he can draw a card, which is nice. And I'll use it right away, I think. Why not? Yeah, so I use it to draw a card. And that's inspired, attaching to an ally. Okay, I'm probably going to discard this. Alright, so we have used everything. So now I am going to discard this. Drako's going to hold on to his Wakanda Forever though. So he's going to draw. And he's still Black Panther, so he only has 5 in hand. So he's going to draw 4 cards. I have no cards now. We should refresh everything. So I am going to draw 6 cards. This is nice. Get a bunch of good stuff here, hopefully. And let's do it in player order. So Drako. Oh, we found the energy daggers. This is another upgrade. Again, one of these he can have and trigger, which you want to build up all of them and just boom, trigger everything, right? And 3 of these protection cards. So this is a response. After your hero defends, discard this, ready your hero. But it's not an action. It's like an upgrade. You have to play it first, and then you can use it as a response. And Luke Cage is a really strong fighter ally. He's so expensive, though. Alright, well, this is actually something Drako could use out of turn. So when the hero reveals a treachery card, Drako can play this, paying 1 for it to cancel its when revealed effect. So this might be something Drako wants to do. So let's put that up on top so we remember that. He might be able to stop an encounter card. We'll see if he wants to do that. If he does though, he will get rid of this and 1 more card, so he will start his turn with just 3 cards. So that's not that great. Alright, I got Spider-Woman, which is an ally. And when her response is after she enters play, confuse the villain. If he gets confused, it's just like the stun, but instead it is for scheming. So the first time he would scheme, he will not do it, which is nice. Make the call. Strength is good, 2 resources, and the flight, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have anything here that... Well, this is an interrupt, actually. When the villain schemes, I can reduce the amount of threat placed on the scheme by 1. So I might use this. We'll see. So it is the villain's turn. He is going to start off by just adding threat here. So it's 2 every round. Then he's going to look for the first player. It's Drako. Drako is in hero form, so he's going to attack Drako. We can choose if Drako wants to... Does he want to defend? Now he has this forced interrupt now, which means that damage from the attack will spill over to Drako. So I could use Mockingbird to defend Drako, but she only has 1 life, so that would just lower it by 1. I'd rather use her to attack, I think, next turn. So if Drako defends, he has the vest, so he has a total of 3 defense. But again, I want, Drako should take some damage, so he can use his move damage thing. I don't think he will defend, he will just take it. It's 2 plus... Oh, it's 2. Okay, so it's 4 in total. It's okay. He's down to 7. And again, remember, he got attacked, which means he will retaliate for 1. So Rhino goes down to 6. Then he goes over to me. But I'm in my alter ego form, so he's not going to attack me. Instead, he's going to scheme. Rhino's really bad at scheming, though. Wait, actually, should this be gone? At the end of this, when Rhino attacks, the attack gains overkill. At the end of this attack, discard charge. I just realized something. This has a +3. Wow. This has a +3 attack. Okay, so it should be gone, but Drako should take 3 more damage. Oh, I almost missed that. Good thing I caught it. Okay, so Drako is down to 4 health. That's a bit... Yeah, he should have defended then. I didn't realize that. I didn't see that at first. But yeah, it's +3. And it's a bit, I think this is a bit weird system because you're supposed to, I mean, if I had it like, I don't know how to put this in a good way so that I can see the text and sort of, maybe you should just put it on the side. I don't know. I guess you get used to it as you play. So Drako took a bunch of damage, 7 damage, but he's okay. We're going to find ways to heal him and so on, I think. So yeah, now he's going to scheme. And he's not that good at scheming. He only schemes for 1. And then we reveal this and it has 0. It's no extras. He's just going to scheme for 1. I could play my emergency, which would bring it down to 0. But maybe I want that card for resources. I want to play like a 3-2. Oh, Spider-Woman would be nice, right? So, yeah, I'm not going to do it. He can scheme for 1. All right. So now we do encounter. So now Drako will start. So first card goes to Drako, the second card goes to me, and this is Stampede Treachery. This says, when revealed alter ego, this card gains search. So if Drako was in alter ego mode, this would just search means it would just be discarded and he will draw another card instead. But he is in hero mode, so Rhino attacks you. If a character is damaged by this attack, the character is stunned. Oh, I don't want him to attack Drako now, because he's low on health. So let's do this then. Let's use this get behind me. I mean, I could defend with Mockingbird, I guess. No. Let's... Because Drako needs resources as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna defend with using Mockingbird. So because this attack does not have overkill. He already did that, basically. So he's going to attack Drako, and if Drako takes damage, he will be stunned. But it's not going to happen because Mockingbird will defend him. So it's 2 plus nothing. Okay, so it's 2, but she only has 1 life left, so she's gone for now. All right, then we're going to resolve my encounter card. This is, crowd control. This is a side scheme. So this says, panicked civilians crowd the area. It is difficult to confront Rhino without putting them at risk. Get the people to safety. And it has this icon here which says, While this scheme is in play, you cannot remove threat from the main scheme. So this is gonna like protect the main scheme. This will start with 2. Does it only start with 2? No, 2 per player. 2 per player. So it starts with 4. So we put 4 on it here. And we need to get rid of this first before we can start removing threat from this one. And again, if this gets to 14, we lose the game. So it's starting to ramp up. We need to start thwarting him now, basically, and getting rid of this stuff. Alright, so that was the encounters. We move the first play token, and it is my turn. So I'm going to begin by removing this. I haven't used that power yet. And then, let's see here. I do want to get Spider-Woman into play, I think. So she would cost 3. Well, actually, should I do the card draw first? So I know what I have to. Yeah, that's always good. So let's use... I think Drako could really, use another card. So let's do this one here to let Drako draw a card. And he got more Vibranium. Awesome. That's resources for him. That's what he needed. And then I'll use this ability to draw a card myself. And that's Maria Hill, another ally. And after she enters play, each player draws a card. Ooh, I want to play her this turn. But before I do that, I'm going to activate Alpha Flight Station and discard a card from my hand. And because I'm Carol Danvers, I get to draw 2 cards. So I got another Make the Call and a Helicarrier. That's pretty good as well. This we can exhaust it to choose a player, reduce the resource cost of the next card that player plays this phase by 1. So this is a good card to build up as well. I have a bunch of stuff now. I think I'll start by playing Maria Hill then. So she costs 2. And she's good at thwarting as well, which is nice. She costs 2. I'll just pay with the strength. That's 2 resources. When she enters play, each player draws a card. So I got Energy Channel. Oh, this is a really good damage dealing card. And Drako gets to draw a card as well. The Power of Protection, alright. So now I want Spider-Woman in play. She costs 3. So what do I pay with? I think I want to keep this one around for later. I think I will pay these 3, I think. Then would I do this? And I could get the Helicarrier into play first. That would lower the cost, and then I would have the Then I would have the Helicarrier later on as well. So let's get this into play. So this is cost 3. So let's pay with these 3. All right. Then I can use this to lower the cost of my next card played by 1. So now Spider-Woman only costs 2, and I'm gonna pay these 2. It's my whole hand, but it's good. Then I get to draw a bunch of cards. So now when she comes in, she will confuse the villain. So means the first time he will try to scheme, he will be confused and he will not do it, which is awesome because he's building up over here. And then it's time to flip. So I'm gonna go into hero mode. And again, I cannot use this ability to draw a card because I'm not hurt. I need to have some damage on me in order to do that. So let's see, I think it's just basically 3. Yeah, so everyone is going to thwart, which is 2, 4, 6. They all do 2. So that's 4. We'll just take this out of here, which is nice. And then 2 more, take 2 off here. So I want to keep that under control because I played before and it can really spiral into some real issues. I think that was my turn. I don't have any more cards in hand and I'm pretty happy with that. And I like to be in hero mode now because then I will take some damage probably, which means I can use my special ability to heal and draw cards. By the way, these guys should take a damage each because they did thwart. And they only have 2 health, so yeah. Drako's turn and all of his cards. He has a bunch of them here. So let's just start with the sort of things that are, I don't know, obvious. Play Vibranium to get this energy daggers into play. So he has all of those. And we have to do this in the proper order now because you cannot use the Golden City when he's in hero mode. But we don't want to flip now because then we cannot use all of these. So that's the nice little twist in this game, which I do like. It's kind of, again, like Keyforge where you activate 1 house. I love those little hand management card games, right? So Drako is going to pay this card here in order to play Wakanda forever, and he's going to activate all of his stuff. So he will, let's see here, the order. So this one is dealing 1 damage to a villain and to each minion as well. That is with 1 player. And we don't have any minions. He's just going to do this one first. So that's going to do 1 damage to Rhino, right? Then he's going to do this one, which will, no, he wants to do this one, which will do 2 damage. So it's down to 3. Then he's going to do this one, which will remove 1 threat. And he's going to finally end the cycle with the suit, which will let him move 2 damage. So he heals 2, and Rhino will take 2. So he's down to 1 life. Alright, so if we wanted to, Drako could just attack him now and kill him. But the thing is, since I played before, I know that when he dies, or like when he goes into his 2nd stage, he will pull out another side scheme here. And that side scheme will make it so that we will have to draw an extra encounter card. So I don't want to do this at the start, or like the last thing I do in this round. I'd rather do it at the start of next round and then have a chance to start removing that. So that's the strategy. So instead, this is actually going to work out fine. Instead, Drako is going to switch over to T'Challa and says now he's in his alter ego form. He can use the Golden City to draw 2 cards. So he found, right, Ancestral Knowledge, alter ego action. Choose up to 3 different cards in your discard pile and shuffle them into your deck. So this is a way to get, oh, we could get the Wakanda Forever back. I like that. All right. And he's going to activate himself. But when you are your alter ego form, instead of attacking or scheming, or thwarting, I mean, you can heal. You can recover. So you can heal for 4. So he's going to do that and heal back up to 10. So that actually worked out nicely, that he wanted to end here anyway. And it doesn't matter that much. He's going to scheme because of that. It doesn't matter. He only has 1 threat there, and he's going to attack me. But when he schemes, he's going to be confused, so he's not going to do it anyway. All right. So now let's play. Let's see here. We could get Luke Cage out, actually, which I do like. Because this is 3, but this will be double if we use it to pay for a green card, a protection card. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Paying all 4 of these to get Luke Cage out. Now, sadly, though, he's good at attacking. We don't want to attack with him now, because then, again, I just explained that. But he is going to come into play being tough. So he's tough, which means it's like a warding keyforce. It means the next time he will take any amount of damage, we discard this card instead. It's like a one-time protect, right? And he also has 5 health, so he's a really strong character in himself. So he's going to go out here. And I will actually move the camera a little bit. You don't need to see Draco's toes up there. It's better you see the card, even though he has cute toes. And so this guy is tough, and now he is ready. He can be used, so he could attack, but I don't want that. Instead, he's going to thwart. He's not that good at thwarting. It's just 1, but why not? He's going to thwart for 1, which will remove this final threat. He has 5 health, so it doesn't really matter. He use him. All right, so Drako is done, and now it's time for the card draw. Drako will draw. He will keep this because he can use it to get Wakanda Forever back, and he will draw up to 6. So he's going to draw 5. All right. And we got another Wakanda Forever and another armor, but this is max 1 per play. But he could put this on me, and to get behind me a Nick Fury of his own. Oh, this is a good one. Counter Punch. It's a 0 cost card, but it has a response when he gets attacked. When he defends against an attack, he can deal damage to that enemy equal to your hero's attack, plus the retaliate. So this is a really good one. And I haven't played Black Panther with something else, but I really like it together with the protection. It's recommended by the rulebook as well. So that was Draco's cards. I get to draw up to 5. I don't have any cards, so 3, 4, 5. I'm getting close to end of my deck here, which it's not that great because then I have to draw an extra counter card, but I like to draw cards anyway in card games. So I got another energy channel, which is nice. I got the first aid. I will show you this soon, I think. Get ready, and a Haymaker, that's 3 damage, and lead from the front. Choose a player. Each character that player controls gets +1 thwart and +1 attack until the end of the phase. This could be really good for me because I have 2 allies, right? And this is also a character, so everyone will get plus. I think I will play that next time and then just do a massive attack or something. So that was card draw. Now, villain turn. Let's start off with 2 threat over there. And he is gonna go to me first. He's going to attack. It doesn't matter that he's confused. He has 2. Do I want to defend? No, I want to take some damage. So 2. And nothing. Perfect. Okay, see, it's only 2 damage. I'm down to 10. But that's good, because then I can use my heal and draw card thing. Then he goes to Drako, but he's going to scheme. But when he schemes, he's confused. He doesn't know what he's doing, so nothing happens. The scheme is cancelled. Then we do encounters. Drako. Well, first me, then Drako, and I got. Oh, there's an obligation for Carol Danvers. Okay, so we can flip to our alter ego form. I think I want to do that. Or do I? Yeah, because then I can do the alpha flight station. So I kind of say, yeah, that's good. So let's flip. And then exhaust her to remove this card from the game, or you are stunned. This card gains search, and so then we'll draw another card. Oh no, let's just exhaust her. It's okay. There we go. And this is out of the game. And Drako's encounter was Advanced Treachery. When revealed, the villain schemes. Okay, so he's going to scheme, which is not that bad, because he only schemes for 1 plus 1. Okay, so that's 2. So we're up to 4 over here. And, well, this should be refreshed, by the way. He didn't defend or anything. So then we're done. And Luke Cage should be ready, and it's time for moving this. And Drako will begin. So now I think it's just smash time. Just gonna attack him a bunch. And Drako could do... Yeah, I think Drako will give up. Well, first of all, he is in alter ego. He's going to use this Golden City to draw 2 cards. Helicarrier and Strength. So many cards. So many resources here. He could do Nick Fury even if he wanted to. I think Drako will... I think he will start off... He will start off by flipping here. Then he's going to attack. He's going to run his sequence, I think. So he's going to pay the Helicarrier to play Wakanda Forever. So he's going to run his sequence. And when he does, we're going to start off with this one doing 1 damage. So he's at 0. So we're gonna pause. Just remember that. Put the guy there. That's done. And now we're gonna go into level 2. So he will have 15 times number of players. So he will have 30 health. And it says, when revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for the breaking and take in side scheme and reveal it. And then shuffle the deck. So we're gonna find that one in here. Which... Right. And this is a... Side scheme, when revealed, place an additional threat over here. It's going to have 2 to start with. Well, 1 per player. So it's going to start with 4. This says that he gets an extra card draw. So every time we draw encounter cards, it's going to be 3 instead of 2. So it's going to be 2 to the first player and 1 to the second player, which is bad. Let's try to get rid of that. And again, that's why I wanted to do this. I wanted this to happen at the start of the round, not the end. So now Drako will keep doing his thing here, and he will do 2 damage to an enemy. So he will go down to 28. Then he will heal himself for 1, going up to 11, which is his maximum, right? Yeah. And he will take his down to 27, and he will end with the, what's it called? This one, the Tactical Genius. So Thwart, remove 1 threat from a scheme, 2 instead if this is the final step, and it is the final step, so we will remove 2 from here. Try to get rid of this. And then he will activate himself, and he will thwart for 2. So there we go. Get rid of this. Never got to activate it. Then we have, Drako still has a bunch of cards here. He still has, okay, so Luke Cage could attack. Is there anything else? I think we'll do Nick Fury. So we could pay using, I think he wants to keep that. So if he pays with these, that's 4 resources. That will get Nick Fury. Oh yeah, he wants to do this as well. That will get Nick Fury into play. Let's put him up here. And he is going to... So what do we do here? We could remove 2 threats, draw 3 cards, deal 4 damage. We're going to deal 4 damage. 4 damage is good. So he's down to 23. And then Nick Fury is going to attack as well for 2 more. So he's down to 21. He will take a damage, but he's going to be gone at the end of the round anyway. And then Luke Cage is going to... He's tough. Oh, he's tough, by the way. So he shouldn't have taken a damage when he did. He should have just removed the tough. Sorry, I messed that up. So when he attacked last time, he wouldn't take a damage. Oh, he thwarted. Wait, what does this say? When next time... No, take any amount of damage. Yeah. So he didn't take the damage. But now he's going to activate an attack for 2. Now he's going to take a damage. And he's going to attack for 2. So Rhino is down to 19. So it's looking pretty good here. Famous last word. And let's see, the Ancestral Knowledge. Drako has a really small deck, so you know what? He's going to pay this, even though it's pretty good, to choose 3 different cards in your discard pile and shuffle them into your deck. Because he's going to draw into them. And I mean, at this, he has so much good stuff here. I want the Wakanda Forevers. Does he have 3? Yeah, let's do all of them. Why not? He just do a super turn next turn. When they show up, these will be shuffled into the deck. And what is this? This is 3, 6, 9 cards. So yeah, they will show up. Alright, so that was Drako's turn, I think. I don't think he can do anything else. So let's head over to me. And by the way, I could have used like my mansion on Drako's turn to let him draw a card. Which would actually have been good, because then he could have kept a counter punch. Let's say I did that. No, I can't do it now, because now I shuffle them into the deck. That would be cheating. Okay, so but I could have done it. It would have been good. I could have used the Helicarrier. Oh yeah, okay, that I could have done. Okay, so let's say that Drako, when he played the Ancestral Knowledge, instead of paying with Counterpunch, I used my Helicarrier, which will lower the cost of one of his cards by 1. So he could do that for free and keep this, because this would be a nice response. When he will get attacked and he can fight back and do 2 more damage back. Okay, so let's keep that. Alright, so my turn. Now this is used, and she is exhausted from that obligation. So what do? I start with this, I think. Alpha Flight Station. So discard a card to draw 2 cards. Sonic Blast and Vision. Oh, Vision is a good ally. Good strong attack, and you can boost him with the energy resource, so he gets +2. Nice. Okay, let's do Avengers Mansion. Get another card. That's Hawkeye, another good ally. Hawkeye here is, when he enters play, he has 4 arrow counters on him. Every time a minion, we haven't seen minions yet, but every time a minion shows up, they will take 2 damage, and he will shoot them losing 1 of his arrows. So this is a guy you just want to have out here as be ready, right? Prepare for when the minion comes. But then let's do this again. Doesn't matter that she's exhausted. I can do this to draw a card. And that's the power of leadership. Oh, so this doubles the payment for one of these blue cards. Okay, so now I know what I have to use here, which is a bunch of cards. That's why the game is so fun, I think, because you can do so much fun stuff, and you feel really powerful when you get your combos in and your synergies and everything. Before I do this, do I want to use my... I mean, I could use a first aid to heal one of these. I can do this. Each character that player controls gets +1 twerk or +1 attack until the end of the phase. I do want to do that. Then use my allies. So how would I pay for this? I think I'll pay like this. I'll pay 2 resources for this. So this is a event, so we'll just put it here just to remember that it's in play. It's gonna be, it's gonna be discarded. But so this, I choose myself. So well, she can't activate. That's a little sad. But these 2 can do it, and they will get a +1. Can it be different? Each character the player controls gets +1 fort and +1 attack. Oh, it's both. Oh, nice. Okay. Then I want to get another ally out, and I think Vision is the way to go here. They cost 4, but this will double. So that's 2, 3. Or actually, do I want to keep Hawkeye? I haven't seen any minions yet. There's probably minions coming soon. So let's keep him, and let's pay with these. That's 4 resources. That lets us get Vision out, which is a really cool one. One of my favorite characters as well. So he's going out here. We're running out of space within the camera, but there we go. And now everyone has +1 to attack and thwart. So Maria Hill has +1 to thwart. So oh yeah, I'm gonna get space soon. She's gonna thwart for 3 instead of 2. So we can remove 3 here. Keep this under control, but she will die though, sadly. She only has 2 life. Spider-Woman will attack for 2 +1, which is 3. So he goes down to 16. And sadly, she's gone as well. Only has 2 life. And then Vision. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. So Vision now has 2 attack +1, so he has 3. Then I'm going to spend this energy resource. And it says spend an energy resource, choose thwart or attack. I'm going to choose attack until the end of the phase. Vision gets +2. So he has 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's a 5 attacker, bringing Rhino down to 11. Wow, this is looking good, Drako. We're doing good. He does take 1 damage though. It's looking good. Okay, and this is gone. That was just in play temporarily. And that was the round. I think that was a good round. We got a lot of stuff down, at least. All right, so let's start off here with getting everything. Nick Fury will, I'll probably use Nick Fury to defend with. Let's see. And that's ready, and that's ready. And Drako will draw 4 cards, or he will keep his counter punch. So he got Energy, Wakanda Forever, Black Widow, which is a good ally as well, and Vibranium. Okay, that's pretty good. I would have loved to see another Wakanda Forever, but maybe I can make Drako draw cards or something. We'll see in the next round here. For me, though, it is 6 cards, and this is not used anymore. And here we go, I only have 4. So I need to shuffle my deck, draw 2 more, but then I will also have to draw an extra encounter card. Now, I've seen some videos where people do this mistake. When you draw this extra encounter card, you don't resolve it right away. It's just like you put it, I don't know how much that matters, but you put it into your area and you have it for later. So I'm drawing up to 6 cards and I get an encounter card. Let's put it here. And so Blast, Genius, and this helmet is pretty good. It's +1 defense or 2 defense if I am aerial, which I can go. Lead from the front again, make the call, and the blast. All right. This blast could be good. It's a good damage card. So that was us drawing cards, and let's get going into the villain phase. So he's going to start off with the 2 threat over here. He's going to look at Drako, and he's going to attack. And now Drako could defend, Nick Fury could defend, right? Because now he's in his second stage, he's doing 3 damage as a base. So yeah, why not? Let's have Nick Fury defend here. So he's doing 3 + 2. Oh, okay. So that's good. So 5. So Nick Fury is gone instead of Drako. He's going to be gone anyway, right? So instead of Drako taking all that damage. And then he will take 1 from Retaliate. And then Drako will play this. So after your hero... No, he didn't defend. Okay, no. Okay, that's true. He didn't defend. Oh well. He did take 1 from Retaliate. Now he's going to look at me. And I'm in Carol Danvers mode, so he's going to scheme. He schemes for 1 plus nothing. All right, we're getting a bit lucky, I think, with these boost cards. Now we're doing the encounter, so Drako gets 1 and I get 1, and now I have 2. But Drako will resolve his first because he's the first player. This is Shocker. This is a minion. Okay, so now we get a minion. Now I don't have Hawkeye out. So this guy says, when revealed, deal 1 damage to each hero. Right. 10, and I'm down to 9. It's fine. We have a lot of health though. And now this guy, because he was assigned to Drako, he's going to hang out at Drako. So he's just going to keep attacking Drako, or sort of like the minions are not shared in that sense. There's some minions that are, I think, but so this has 3 health and 1 scheme to attack, and it's going to go after Drako. And he will activate after Rhino does, so he's not going to activate now because like that phase is already over. Now we're into the encounter phase. So let's look at my encounter cards. First of all, oh, another minion, Hydra Bomber. When revealed, choose to either take 2 damage or place 1 threat on the main scheme. You know what, let's just place a threat on the main scheme. It's only 5. He's a 1, 1, and 2 health. He's pretty easy to beat. And the other one was a Treachery. When revealed, you are confused. If you're already confused, this card gets searched. I got confused, which doesn't matter that much because I don't think I was planning to thwart anyway with her. think I will be attacking with her, I guess. So that was the whole phase. We move the first player token and let's get into a new round. Right, so I will start off and I think I will try to do some major damage now. But as I usually do, since I'm in Carol Danvers here mode, let's do Alpha Flight Station. Discard a card to draw 2 cards. Crisis Interdiction, this is good for thwarting, and get ready, okay? Ready an ally. We could actually ready Vision, I think. Yeah, that would be good. Then, should I give Drako a card? Or should I? Yeah, let's give Drako a card with this one here. No, from his deck. So he got another Wakanda Forever. That was what I was hoping for, okay? I think we can beat him now. He only has 10 health left. And let's see. I think it's time to flip. I think I can beat him even. So maybe I should have taken the card. I didn't realize that. Okay, well, let's play one of these Photonic Blast. It's a hero action, that's why I needed to flip first. And this says deal 5 damage to an enemy. If you paid for this card using an energy resource, draw a card. So I will make sure to do that. So I'm going to pay with, like, I don't know, like the Genius and Crisis Interdiction. So that has energy. So I will do 5 damage with the Photonic Blast. He's down to 5. And I will get to draw a card. Yeah, I can kill him straight out here. Okay, let's do that. And then I'll just pay 3 resources, whatever, to do another Photonic Blast. That's 5 more damage. And he is toast. Nice. Good job, Drako. But actually, I mean, Vision could have done 4 more damage, basically. He could have been a ready, so that he could have done that twice. And Cap.Marvel could have attacked for 2. Maybe we could have killed this guy as well, but he didn't block. Some enemies will block, so like you can't attack the main villain if they are still alive, but this one didn't, so yeah, that was like totally ran over him here. And I guess the first time I played I had a really hard time, but I think it takes a little while to get into the whole thinking of the game, how to think in the game. And I think really, you know, card draw, I mean, this Golden City is so good. I mean, if Drako had gotten his turn, I know he could have done 2 Wakanda Forevers. So that's all of this activation, plus himself, plus Luke Cage. We had so much damage ready there to just dish out. So yeah, no problem. I might go into trying expert mode where you do level 2. You start on level 2 and then you do level 3. And of course, there's also 2 other bosses. There's Kang and there's Ultron that I haven't played against yet. So I will go against those guys, see how that is. And I also have some extra characters. I have Captain America and Ant-Man that look really fun. So I will keep playing this game. I will be back with more videos. If you want to see me and Drako play more, I mean, I'm also considering doing like a pure solo playthrough where I play just one character. If you want to see me play more Marvel Champions, let me know in the comment section, because I have so many games on my shelf. There's so many games that I am planning to film, so I have to sort of prioritize based on what the viewer base wants to see. This game is a little bit older, but I also know there's a big fan base for it. So, you know, if you want to see me play more, I can do some live streams, I can do some more videos when I play the game. Let me know, please. And, you know, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great evening or morning, or whenever you're watching. Take care. Bye-bye.
Be like Drako. Follow Board Games with Niramas on Facebook at BGW Niramas.